Ahoy ragamuffins, Jamie here, and welcome to 10-minute stackable spin. You can fast forward to this if, we're going to do 10 minutes. It's going to be kind of like a warm-up. This is something that I've been doing in the mornings that has really helped my knee. I've been having some tough stuff with my knee, so it has really helped get my knee loosened, and I'm like, why don't I record this for the subscription? So, for all you members, we're going to get on. I'm going to start out nice and slow. If you need help with the positioning, I do have a video on bike and positioning. Oh, I got my wrong shoes on. Meh, that's okay. So, we're going to start 10 minutes. We're going to go like an easy, accessible. This is why I've been doing it in the mornings, is because it is so accessible to me. So I have made it very simple. 10 minutes. We're going to start in 3 by warming up. And 1. So what I do here is I get on the bike, I set it to a level that feels, I would say maybe level like 3 or 4 out of 10. It's not like I have no resistance on it, but I am not pushing by any means. I'm not at 7 or 8, I'm not going up a hill or anything. And I find myself in position 1 where I'm kind of right here. Bottom's on the seat, hands are soft on the handlebars, but it just gets me going for the day. I don't have a lot of transitions most of the time. If it's like a not serious spin, like I'm on it to get my knee moving, get my knee warmed up, and it has really helped. And again, it feels accessible because I have made it easy for me. Maybe if I were to put all these stipulations on it, like, oh, it has to be 20 minutes or it has to be, an hour, or on the other side, I have to be dressed a certain way. Yeah, I have worn the same, I wear my pajamas when I do it. The other thing that is, maybe if I said, oh, it's got to be a sprint, then a climb, then a this, maybe in my head it wouldn't be accessible. This is something that I've been doing it because I've made it simple for me. So that's why I'm filming it for you all, is maybe it's something that could help you all as well. You just put it on, maybe you mute me, you just hang out together. I did add like 2 30-second sprints in this 10-minute one, but you can ignore those, just like anything I ever say. All right, so in 5 seconds, we're gonna start. No, we've already started. That's not what I mean. So we're gonna do 2.5 minutes of flat road. And that's, like I said, I added this 30-second sprint. After that, you do not have to do that. I just keep myself at the same pace for 10 minutes. Sometimes I do it for 5. So that's what I want it to be for you. Maybe this is a warm-up for something else. That's why I wanted to put it in the stackable section. It's also, in spin, so it'll go in there. Warm-up section. Maybe you're warming up for something else, and it gets, I'm breathing. Of course I'm breathing, I'm a human, but gets my heart rate up a little bit. It feels good. Every once in a while, if I get a wild hair, I'll maybe move the resistance up a little bit, but I put 0 pressure on myself to do that. It's only if I'm feeling it. Water bottle, make sure you got that nearby. We're breathing, we're moving, we're grooving, pushing through those pedals. This feels like easy, accessible movement to me, and that's me. But what I hope is that, you can find easy, accessible movement that is accessible on a day-to-day action for you. 1 minute. I usually don't set a timer. I just look at my Casio and I'm like, okay, it's 3 after. I go to 12, 13 after, whatnot. So I couldn't say 13. Am I superstitious or what? So come in here, breathe in. This is where, one of those things where maybe I put on an audio, something, whatnot. Most of the time I just hang out with myself though, just like I do on the subscription. All right, in 20 seconds you have the option always, to come into a sprint, which means I'll just pick up the pace a little bit. I'm not like going full throttle. If I do it during my 10-minute warm-up, I go from here to here. Just pick up the pace. Maybe I should have called it PUP, pick up the pace. It's an option though. Absolutely stay on this flat road without a sprint if that feels good. Maybe you want to use this 30 seconds and you're like getting tired on the seat. You want to come up a little bit, get into position 2, come up for 30 seconds. I'll do that too because sometimes my butt's like, what's going on, James? And back down. Maybe stay up longer if you want. Maybe you're using this 10 minutes as like a timer, you know? I've also had members say that they just want me to film something, do whatever, but so that they have a timer. So maybe that's the option, but all right, we're breathing, we're moving, we're flowing, we're coming back into our flat road. We got 2 minutes. And we're already 6.5 minutes in. You can let up too. Let's say you want to slow down the speed a little bit. Say you want to let up on the level a little bit. Turn down that knob a little bit. Make it easy. This session, that's the name of this session. Make it easy, make it attainable. I sit up, I stretch. That's why I have this band here. And I'll come up and I'll like, do some scapular things. Up and over. But that is the key, one of the keys, right? I feel like sometimes I give you all janitor keys. That's the key, that's the key, that's the key, that's the key to lifelong movement. One of them is finding something that's doable for you in that season. It might change from season to season. What was easy for me, accessible 10 years ago, may not be what it is 10 years from now. I kind of allow for that shift. Knowing that it might shift season to season. Breathe in here. 30 seconds. Like I said, come out of the seat anytime you want. If this is too long for you to be in the seat, please go ahead and come out. I do have one more. I should have said transition, but I offered the sprint. So you can do sprint, you can come out of the seat, you can do whatever. Stay on the flat road. You choose. 10 seconds. Maybe I'll do a little bit of both. Mix it up, you know? Got a little bit of a sprint. Or a speed up. This is not like an all-out sprint. Maybe I'll do a little bit. When I come out of the saddle, though, I like to have a little more resistance. Out of the saddle. Pushing through feet. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Woo-hoo. Oh, yeah. All right. Look at that. 1 minute. Turn it all the way down, however far down you want. And we just cool it down. And motion is lotion. This is the ideal. Motion is lotion. Getting your knee moving, pumping, rolling. Good. Awesome job, ragamuffins. So I have 2 minutes. Oh shoot. Well, oh yeah, no, I got 2 minutes to cool down. I was like, was that a mistake? No. Breathing. So if you want to only do a minute a minute of cool down, go ahead and, cut this in half. You see the timer there. Maybe join me for 2 and breathe. 10 minutes. Goes by pretty quick. Knee loosens up, joints loosen up. Get me a little heat on my body. A little bit of that heat. Breathing. Whoo, ragamuffins. I don't know, these pants are a little itchy. Now, it's probably because I've been wearing them for, recording 3 days in a row. Shh. You didn't hear that. It's just easy, right? Easy, accessible. That wearing the same outfit has, you don't have to think about the outfit. Just pop it on. This is what I'm wearing for recording this week. Done. It's like with exercise. 10 minutes on the bike works for me in the morning. Getting that knee moving. Less stiff. 2 and 1. Whew. And then afterwards, I usually come up and do like an easy calf stretch on the back. So I'll come here for a little bit. Breathe. And here. Ragamuffins. Maybe you find a time that works well for you. Remember, make it easy to come into. Not a lot of barriers. And then kind of create data points, just seeing what your barriers are. If you want to do it and it feels good and you don't do it, you can just ask yourself, well, what were the barriers? So start to remove the barriers. All right, you all are awesome. Movement for more, because you're made for more. I'll see you next time.